Hey guys, good morning. So I want to touch back in on a topic we've been following pretty heavily recently, and it is the Chinese spy balloon saga that's kind of been going on. There's new news out of Washington, and I kind of want to touch in on that and talk about what they're saying now about this Chinese balloon and what turns out to be a series of Chinese balloons that have pretty much gone undetected, which is crazy, by our military, and the new stuff that they're kind of dropping about that. So according to the White House, the Pentagon is now saying that Latin America, South America, Southeast Asia, East Asia, and Europe have all seen these same sorts of balloons that have all this sensitive information gathering capability. So they've really been using these as a poor man's drone system for years now to gain information on several of our sensitive sites. So basically the new information is that the aircraft we previously talked about, the RC-135 airplane, has basically been farming that balloon for information, and that is why they didn't shoot it down. So I'm going to quote them here. In essence, the Pentagon says it was able to turn the tables on the Chinese balloons, gathering massive amounts of information and basically beaming it back to the Pentagon, and it was the size of a jetliner. Last week provided the United States with a unique opportunity to learn a lot more about the Chinese surveillance balloon program, all information that will help us continue to strengthen our ability to track these kinds of objects. So it turns out the reason we didn't shoot it down sooner was that we were gaining all this information that we possibly could about how it is that they do this sort of stuff and what actual information are they gaining from it. So they're saying the result will be a more comprehensive picture of this balloon program that it turns out is really pervasive and something that the Chinese are doing quite a bit of. So the Pentagon assesses that China has sent balloons over the continental United States at least 4 times in the last 6 years. And you know, back to what we were discussing before, the thing that bothers me about that is a tiny, tiny little piece of that sentence, and that's at least. So there could be more that we don't still know about. That's problematic. So, all right, let's unpack that. So you're telling me that our highly technologically advanced air defense network doesn't see a balloon or a series of balloons? So how are we gonna, what do we learn from this? You know, are they gonna take this back and say, okay, cool, here's what the balloon signature looks like. Moving forward, if we see this coming from the west, chances are it's a balloon. So I really feel like that's the big question moving forward, and the big topic when it comes to this is A, how have these gotten through without us catching them? And B, what are we gonna do about it now? I'm reading here that one of the sites and why it went to Montana was they went to Maelstrom Air Force Base in Montana. Okay, what does that do for us? So Maelstrom Air Force Base it's a place where we have nuclear-tipped ballistic missiles. So how many times have they been over Maelstrom, and what are we doing about it? I mean, that is absolutely a problem. And on top of, you know, if you watch my other video about these spy balloons, we talk about all the other places that they have been. So I think the real big news here is that it doesn't appear that we were just allowing it to happen as it appeared. It actually seems like we were gathering all the information we possibly could, and now that we've shot it down, there is a Navy salvage team that is recovering everything that was not on the surface of the ocean and giving it over to the FBI so that we can learn more information about their balloon program. I'm kind of 2 minds about this. On one hand, I think they realize that we have a problem and wanted to come up with a way to solve this problem, both through figuring out how we can track these things moving forward, and then on the second hand, being prepared to shoot it down and actually gather up the remaining pieces and get it to the FBI so we can start analyzing how they're doing this, because now that we have all this stuff, and China really has no right to getting it back, what is their next step going to be? They're really going to have to rethink this balloon program, because as much as they make their move, we make ours. How are they going to adjust their balloon spying program moving forward now that we have one of these things, and we're going to glean a bunch of information from it. The other piece in my mind when it comes to this kind of duality on this is, it's great that we did that. Did we really have to let it go across the entire United States? And do we really have to tell the Chinese and everybody else listening, hey, maybe we're not as good at air defense as we thought? So if you guys want to talk about this, or you have any questions about this topic, I've really been following it closely because it's very interesting to me. So go ahead and throw a comment in the comment section, and if you like the content, you're enjoying what I'm putting out, and you're enjoying my other videos, go ahead and click that little subscribe button. It's going to be a little tiny helicopter. It's going to pop up in the bottom here. And that's really the biggest thing I want to talk about today. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.